Hey up. First of all, if I can just apologise for the length of the video. I've had to split it into two this time. But anyway, I want to just show you how I went from this to making this. Let's see how it goes. Hey up. I'm in the back garden here. One or two jobs need doing. I don't know if you remember that owl I made, but that's there. Another little job I made one time, a little hanging basket frame there. I made that one time, a little bird feeder. Anyway, one job I want to do, I made that as well, that bit of a bench there, and you've probably seen that birdhouse there. One thing I want to do is sort out this divider thing here that splits from a bit of a sitting area. As you can see, it's had better days. It's got lighting in it and stuff. The top comes off it. Let me move this. You can see the top comes off it, and I've got some electrics in there. So what I'm thinking of doing is making something very similar size. It's sort of about 1100 long. We want it so like a plastic flower insert will go into the top, and then perhaps with a bit of a wooden pillar at this end here, keeping it the same sort of length. So anyway, that's me, a bit of a job I want to do. So let's see what we can do. Right, that's the kind of thing I'm thinking of. I'm going to make it out of the same sort of wood that it's already made out of, but this time I think I'm going to paint it up with that willow paint to help protect it more. Bit of a cutting list there. This is all purely for the outside and stuff. I'll probably end up having make some kind of framework for it to fit in, and then the idea is them electrics will basically go in this area here, just sit inside basically. Probably a bit of shelf. I think I'll make it sort of hollow at the end where I can just put the bits of electrics in and stuff. And then we're kind of thinking on top of here, perhaps have a bit of a light on top, powered off these electrics in here. But anyway, we'll see. I mean, I haven't got the light yet, so I'll have to see what I can get hold of. But that's the idea anyway. Oh, one other thing as well. I'm thinking that there's going to be like a void in here, which is where we'll perhaps have a tub, a plastic tub sitting in this area here, and we can get some sort of flowers coming out of it. That's the idea anyway. Bit of a shelf in there, a plastic tub in, where we can plant a few bits and bobs in. So like I say, let's see how it goes. Alright, that's the pile of bits I've just cut. Some sort of dividers and bits and bobs there. So we'll start and put it together, and then I'll see what I'm missing. Right, I've just put them on there, hopefully, just to keep everything square while I'm building it up. So I don't have to keep on sort of messing with it. That's the idea anyway. These Tackwise guns always come loose in this area here. I was wondering whether to put some kind of super glue on it, but the trouble with that is if ever you do want to get it undone, which you will, because sometimes you get your pins stuck in that at the back here, and then you kind of got to release it all, and you might want to take that off, I don't know. But anyway, they do come loose and you have to keep an eye on it. Gluing a lot of this together, I'm using wood glue but also Mitre Bond. I'm only using the Mitre Bond so that it kind of sticks everything together a little bit quicker. But hopefully the wood glue will do the main business. Right, that's the middle section done with the tub in. There's got to go some trim around this top end. I'll do something with that. Bit of a shelf in there. Down the bottom, I shall be able to squeeze one of those outdoor electrical boxes in there. The waterproof type box. So that's the idea of that. And then on the bottom of these here, I'm going to put some like a nylon glide. Just keep it off the ground a little bit. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So middle section's done. Got to paint it all up in the willow green, but I'll start and do the ends now. These were basically made exactly the same as the sides, stuck together with tacks and wood glue. I made one of the sides sort of three slats deep, and then the other side was 4 slats deep. They were held together using the clamps I got from Temu, and then just wooden blocks in the corners which are glued and pinned. This pillar I'm doing here, it's up against the wall, so I'm not putting a back on it as such. Well, actually it's up against the fence. So I don't think it'll need it. Saved on a bit of wood, I suppose. Right, I've just realised, like a divvy, I've made this post, or this pillar, the same size, more or less, as the first one as I did, which is sort of there. Now what I wanted was for the back one that's going up against the fence to be narrower, if you like, a bit like the original drawing. We come back to my drawing here, you can see I've kind of made this sort of half the width of that one. It was never going to be sort of half the width. I was kind of working it out depending on how the wood kind of fitted, if you like, but I did want it narrower. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see what it looks like when it's in the garden, but I'll probably end up cutting it down. Now if I cut it down, basically what I'll be doing is chopping this off here, and then I'll have to refit these things in. Right, what I've decided to do for now, I'll keep this as is, the same size. If I'm not happy with it in the end, I can always change it. But I'm going to keep it as it is. And what I'm going to do now, I've pulled out a few bits and bobs, bit of a pallet wood and stuff like that, and a bit of decking. And I'm going to make the trims and the tops for the posts and stuff. Right, as you've just seen, I've just tidied up the edges of these boards on my table saw, and then I was just going to glue them together, but I'm thinking of putting some biscuits in, just give them a bit more strength, if you like. I think it's probably the best thing to do. You're going to end up about 300mm, just shy. So I'm thinking if I put 3 in between that area there, just give it a bit more strength, to be honest. I don't think it really needs it, but hopefully it'll just stop them. If they start splitting, it'll stop them from splitting. Right, this is the end of this half of the video, if you like, part 1. Hopefully you'll tune in for the second part. Like I say, I didn't mean to make it this long, but I don't think I'd have fit it all into one video. So 2 parts it was. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.